Hey everyone, welcome to Season 2. Couple of things. One, we switched over to using Zoom for our audio, so the audio does sound a little zoomy. This is a pandemic. You're used to that by now. Two, if you haven't already and you're a fan of the show, please go to our podcast homepage on Apple or Stitcher or Amazon or wherever, and please leave us a 5-star review. That helps a lot. If you don't think we're worth 5 stars, please just keep that to yourself. And finally, thanks to everyone who's been donating at our paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze page. You people are super nice and we love you. And for everyone who hasn't, we still love you anyway. Here's the show.
I've got 3 screens in front of me.
And
one of them has access to the notes that I wrote all week.
The other 2 are pornographic Tetris.
Blank. They're just Sonic the Hedgehog porn.
Ew.
Sorry.
At least, I'm not going to judge. There are people out there who probably really enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog porn, and I'm not gonna make a joke at their expense.
Yeah.
But I'd also like to clarify, I do not enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog porn. Tetris porn, on the other hand, is fucking hot.
Tell me why, I'm still stuck in this place. All the violence, it's just a one-man murder maze. I reappraise my ways, but my fate replays in a blazing haze. And I'll end my days in this one-man murder maze. Let me rephrase. These are the days in a one-man murder maze. Man murder maze, man murder maze.
Hey everybody, welcome back to One Man Murder Maze, the one-on-one person DM player podcast, which is both funny and surreal and not stupid.
Yeah, this isn't about Sonic the Hedgehog porn at all.
No. Oh, good Lord, no.
Don't even know why I brought it up.
No, nor will you hear a couple of guys with no entertainment experience at all rolling dice and deciding whether or not they're going to go to the east or the west and then discussing it for a good 12 minutes on a podcast. No.
Just want to mention real quick that my background is a green screen of my actual desk.
That's weird.
But I moved to a different desk.
Okay.
Now, you will see it ripple every once in a while because my my new cat, Pippin, my cat I had, Pippi, passed away in the interim between these two things. But I have a new cat named Pippin. He's very young, and he has decided that the green screen behind me is the best thing to throw his little mousey through.
Oh.
So this whole thing will probably come crashing down on my head at any moment.
Oh. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the green screen falling away, revealing the green screen with your picture of your back wall falling away, revealing your actual back wall, which is identical.
Yeah. Except it's in a tent.
Okay.
In the woods, and you can hear monsters outside.
That's fine. So anyway, we are starting a brand new little episode, a little 6-episode run. And Rikki, what's the title of it?
Oh, this is the Great Cow Chase.
The Great Cow Chase.
Yeah.
Which I just learned, by the way, about 10 minutes before the rest of you did. So Horkhauser is really excited to go on the Great Cow Chase. I can tell you that.
I am. I'm excited to put him on it. Pippin's just broken through.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about the drink I'm drinking this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I drink a new drink every time. And this time I am drinking the Suffering Bastard. And I'm drinking out of a Trader Sam's mug that I got at actual Trader Sam's. I got this recipe out of the Smuggler's Cove. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Stop stealing focus. Rikki just picked up his cat, which was writhing like something from a Ridley Scott film. Here's the Suffering Bastard. Real quick, we'll get to the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
Suffering Bastard is 4 ounces of ginger beer, 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice, 1/4 ounce of Demerara syrup, which is like simple syrup, but, I don't know, darker. An ounce of London dried gin, an ounce of brandy, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. And it's called the Suffering Bastards for reasons I have forgotten.
it's nice.
But it's good.
It's good.
It is refreshing and suffering at the same time. Yeah, there's a whole history of this drink, and I've completely forgotten what it is. And covered it in the Army of Drunks podcast that I do. If you're out there, you want to check out the Army of Drunks podcast. We had a Suffering Bastard show where we talked to a guy who used to work at a mascot at Disneyland, a Disney World. So he was a suffering bastard. Yeah, he was drunk, but he wasn't that drunk. He wasn't like crazy drunk, but he had a lot of great stories.
I heard those costumes don't have any air conditioning in them.
They don't.
And they don't clean them oftentimes. When they trade from one person to the next, when one employee, it's now their turn to get in the costume.
I don't remember. I don't remember whether he said that, but like everyone underneath, at least, your underwear is clean and all that. And,
sure.
And I also learned apparently the primo spot for employee screwing at Disney World.
Oh, that's nice. Where's it at?
What's the name of that hotel that sort of V-shaped that the monorail goes through?
At Disney World?
World, not Land. World.
I've only been to Epcot Center. I have not been to
Whoa! You went all the way to Florida and you only went to Epcot Center?
Well, I was on a time schedule.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, the top of that hotel, the roof of that hotel is where you can usually find, I guess, a couple of employees, young, attractive employees going at it. So check it out the next time you're there. Please.
In costume, I would assume.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no. Goofy fucks. So,
sure, we've seen the Goofy movie. Yeah. There's Offspring.
Yeah. Last we left Horkhauser, he had succeeded in returning the plates to the restaurant. He basically defeated Busby Berby's evil plan, and he had gotten on board one of those traveling trees. What are those called in this universe?
Those are called swimming trees. There's just like a giant ent with a tree house at the top that swims and is captained by a pilot who is familiar with the ent tree swimming tree.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
And and he was going back to see I guess going back home to see Loveless, his boss, who he can't stand.
Right. Yeah, Loveless Grimtankerous. No, sorry. Grimtankerous is another character. Loveless Panthopoulos is the name of your boss. Yeah. He is a Midal fawn. Midal fawns are about anywhere between 10 inches to 4 feet tall. They vary. They are basically satyr-like creatures with animal-like heads, different types of horns, different types of animal, rabbit, cat, canine. They're all crazy things, but they're also very brilliant creatures. And you are actually sailing right now after finishing your mission in the murder maze. You were successful. You stuck Busby Berby with the Celestial Bill at the restaurant.
Yes.
How he will pay that off, who knows? But didn't look good for him.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm just a working stiff.
You rescued the remaining Midal fawns and other mock griffins and other people who were once in his employ and were enslaved by him on that island. And now you're in the swimming tree, and you were heading back to you were going to head back to the Midal fawn city of the name of that city is Clovenmore. Boreopolis, and then you were going to take a teleport ring back, a teleport troll back to your main city, which is Clovenmore. Otherwise, it'd be a 3-month journey.
Well, Horkhauser's fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'll take as long as it takes. In fact, the drinks are all paid for on this tree.
Sure, yeah.
So
you're good. It's a spacious, cool place. I mean, it's basically a tree house on the top of an ent. The ent swims upright. It's got paddles for arms. Actually, I could show you.
The images of this stuff is on our website, onemanmurdermaze.com, if I recall correctly.
Yes. I can actually change my virtual background real quick. This is why I did this. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
See if that works. Oh, you can't see him really well.
Yeah, there you go. You move out of the way. There's you can see the tree. Yeah. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah. So, it looks like that.
It's creepy every time that happens.
Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, at the top of the treehouse, there's some dwarves that have commandeered this thing. Cannot remember the name of the captain, but it's pretty smooth sailing. You're just heading back. There's nothing really that happens on the way. It takes about a week to get back to Clovenmore.
Okay. Does Horkhauser make any friends during that time? I'm guessing no. He's kind of a sour asshole.
You're kind of a sour guy. I mean, a couple of them try to make friends with you. There was Freddie Mole was the mock griffin that you had encountered several times, and you helped rescue him in the end, and he's an explosives expert.
Oh, okay. I'll hang out with him. You know.
So he's a little bit of a nervous guy because he just spent 20 years in a tent waiting outside. So he's a little hard to talk to because it's like every day he wakes up, he thinks he's still there, and then he has to be reminded that it's better now. Okay. You don't live in a tent outside a door to a magic murder maze anymore, waiting for your boss to return.
Yeah. That's
and
nice.
Some of the other guys, it is a little bit hard because some of the other Mydalfons, they spent 20 years also in the employ of Busby Burby, and they were chained to that kitchen serving food to Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
And the food was dreams. They were feeding them dreams. So now they're just sort of relaxing. There's about 30 of them, I think, altogether. They're trying to like relax in the top of this treehouse as it swims to their original city.
Sounds like a fun crowd.
Yeah, it's not like it's. There's a lot of post-traumatic stress that some of them are going through. So some of them are like holding their drinks, like, and then there's a lot of that going on. Some of them sort of wake up screaming. So you tried to
play shuffleboard. Just
didn't seem to work. So you've been kind of keeping it on the down low. But you only spent about a week traveling to Clovenmore city. Now, when you left Clovenmore originally on this mission to return the plate to the restaurant and the maze, you left that city in shambles. You left Clovenmore. It was in the middle of a riot.
A chair riot, if I recall correctly.
Chair riot, yeah. The Mydalfons are really big into arguing about scientific theories and magical theories, and pretty much just about anything. And those arguments are usually settled by one person striking another person with a chair. There's a whole chair industry.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but a riot had happened, which just emptied that place out of furniture.
Wow.
And it's basically like a giant Ewok village. All the houses and city bridges, everything is up in the trees, strung together by bridges and shops on bridges and that sort of thing. So it's actually a pretty marvelous city, but you've only been at the base of it. You haven't gone up into it yet. And the base of it is like, it's so dense. These trees are so tall, and below is the swamp. It looks like it's always at night. So you get there and you finally get an opportunity to enter the city. So what do you do when you first get there?
Oh God!
When you first arrive, you arrive at the docks down below. You haven't gone up into the city yet. When you get there, there's the other ships, there's the other swimming trees and other various forms of transportation docked at the edge of this forest city. When you walk into the base, the under part of the city, the swamp, the moor that leads in from the bay, the darkness comes on because of the shadow of the overgrowth comes on again, and what you see is piers and gangways that go in every direction underneath the trees. You see the bridges above you going over, some lights and some activity going on. Doesn't seem to be a riot anymore, but it looks like we're still cleaning up. They're still in the waters between the bridges. You can still see piles of furniture that make little islands in between these bridges. There's some
the wreckage of many a philosophical riot.
Yeah,
basically.
There's the shops down below that basically scavenge these bits of furniture and refurbish them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few coffee bars. They aren't really into alcohol, though they will serve alcohol to other races like you. And there is the teleportation hub, which you are supposed to use the teleport troll to take back to your city.
Yeah, well, Horkhauser isn't exactly in a hurry to get back to him, and I do have some money, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah, you have some money.
I got some. I have some
you were
gold
some
from
spinning cash.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I have. I think I found some along the way too. I've got over 289 gold pieces.
Hey,
you know, and in a modern, if I were to have that in the year 2020, say, I mean that could think of like
a lot. It's gold.
It's gold. It's like $800 an ounce, $700 an ounce. I don't know how many bucks an ounce. It's a lot of bucks an ounce.
It's a lot of bucks, yeah.
But it'll buy me a sandwich probably.
Sure.
in here.
Couple sandwiches maybe.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I think Horkhauser, and I do have the sending stones that Loveless can use to talk to me. Is that correct?
Loveless, basically, you wait for him to send you a message. He has the sending stones that send. They use the spell send message, and when he messages you, you can reply up to 25 words. Okay.
All of them are. Half of them are the word fuck. The other half is the word you, and then the remaining word I use just because that's the word.
Sure.
So Horkhauser being you know what Horkhauser, he needs, he feels like he's earned he's earned a night in a good hotel. I mean, I know it was a nice swimming tree, nice accommodation. So he's earned a night in a good hotel, and he's earned, he's got a bunch of money. He's earned like a fantastic meal. And even though his tastes are not extravagant, I think he's going to ask somebody to, excuse me, my good man, woman, or either
creature
or creature or of your choice. I don't know your pronouns.
We're doing pronouns. We're not doing species. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
What you're saying.
Yeah. Could you direct me towards? I'm new in town, and I love the finest restaurant and perhaps the second finest hotel. Actually, the second finest restaurant and the second finest hotel. Could you direct me?
Okay, so you walk a little ways. You put down your stuff and sort of peer around for a second, and you're standing next to a little newsstand. On the outside of one of these refurbishing shops, and there's a Mylophon there. Looks kind of rabbit-like with horns, antlers coming out the back. And she looks over and goes, "Oh, well, that would be the same place." And she's thinking about
it. And you said, yes.
I haven't been there so long.
Yes. What's it called?
Coleslaws.
Coleslaw?
Coleslaws.
Shredded cabbage and mayonnaise? Coleslaw?
Sure. Yeah, that's the place. They have a lot of it. It's
coleslaw.
It's coleslaws.
It's owned
plural
by a deli side.
No, it's plural.
Coleslaws.
Yeah, more than one coleslaw.
That's the name of the place.
That's the name of the place. Yeah, it's a hotel and it's a restaurant. And every room is crazy.
Well, I'm crazy. So how do I get there?
Oh, you take one of the elevators. They're working now because the riot's done.
I know.
Yeah. One of the elevators at the base of that tree down there. She points down the long ramp that goes over the swamp, and is lit by little fairy lights here and there. And you can see the entrance, and it looks like people are finally going up and down now. On these several of these elevators that go up to the tops of the trees where all the action is. Okay,
then I'm gonna head. That's where I'm heading. I'm heading to that elevator.
Yeah. Okay. These are weighted elevators that seem to be working on some sort of steampunky design. The guards this time allow you to enter there, and you go up. Not a fancy elevator, but it's got some people hauling furniture up and other goods, replacing what was thrown over the sides originally. And you see the expanse of the whole place as you rise, like one of those like one of those elevators, in a fancy hotel.
Yeah.
It has glass. You can look out over Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But
I've been there.
yeah.
Bonaventure. You go up and down the elevators a lot
it's Bonaventure steampunk, basically. What
even
you're
better.
at.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get up to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Get up to the top.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna say, I bet a lot of people there just go to the elevators and get high.
Oh, that's the only thing I've known is weed stink from other people in the Bonaventure Hotel elevators. Specifically.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
I have no idea what the rest of the hotel is like.
No, there isn't.
I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody's ever stayed there.
I know someone who stayed there, so I know it does happen, but I can't name names. Also, there is a revolving restaurant on the top floor, which is totally worth it. But that has nothing to do with Horkhauser, so let's not bore the folks at home. So take the elevator up.
Yeah,
beautiful.
The cage doors open, and you see basically it's like the Rialto Bridge in Venice, except it's up in the air, and you see shops on either side. You see, things are pretty normal now. People are just shopping.
Okay.
It looks like it's about, when you came in, and it was about 3 p.m. But still kind of dark because of the canopy layer.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
So yeah, it's not too shabby. You find coleslaws pretty easily. It's a big place now. Like most of Middelfon buildings, it has the outer walls of these places are libraries. So every building has bookshelves on the outside, and the books in this place are take one, give one situations. They're all like libraries basically. And and you find this building, it's a 4-story building, kind of leans over the side of the bridge a little bit, so it looks a little bit precarious.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff going on in there, and the thing is, as you approach, you hear a sound that you have not heard in so long. You hear the twangy little dulcet sounds of broomkalele. Now,
wait a minute.
When you were a young man,
the broomkalele?
Broomkalele, the instrument that was your choice when you were a young man.
When Horkhauser was a young man, he took up the broomkalele. He had a lot of experience with that. In fact, he spent many hours just playing broomkalele in the fields, playing it for perhaps a girl he was in love with, who he doesn't like to think about anymore because it hurts too much. It hurts him. It hurts him, to think too much about it. But wow, yeah. Yes, in fact, I didn't know that anyone played broomkalele outside of his hometown, whose name I've now forgotten.
We had
I even wrote it up.
I have it written down here. We will research that later.
Yeah, it'll be on the website. Yeah.
So you haven't played the broomkalele since you were besotted. When you used to lay back in the fields and stare up at the stars and try to reconfigure the constellations that you were supposed to learn in Druid school. You thought they looked kind of dumb, and you wanted to redraw them into something else. Yeah,
if I recall, Horkhauser, I was in year 5 of a 2-year Druid school program, something along those lines. Yeah.
It says here year 8.
Oh, right, that's right, year 8. I'm sorry. That was it. Yeah.
Just sort of let time pass a lot.
I mean, look, if you know anyone who went to UC Santa Cruz, you can totally understand how something like this happens.
You're basically at the UC Santa Cruz of Druid schools.
So go banana slugs, and what a beautiful enchanted forest this is when you've eaten the right mushrooms. So sounds good. But wow, it's been a long time. Where do I hear the broomkalele coming from?
It's coming from there's so that it's the way the building is built. There's a hotel that sort of like leans over the main structure of the restaurant and cabaret that is in the middle. So somebody is up on stage just playing broomkalele, and you can hear people talking, chatting, eating, that sort of thing. Seems like a lively place. There's nice lights coming from within.
It's making me a little sad just to think about it.
Yeah.
Well, Horkhauser's going to go in and sit down and take in the show.
Yeah.
Listen to the broom ukulele. I hope nothing dangerous or bad happens.
You are ushered over to a corner table. You can see that there is a couple of Mydalfons up on stage playing broom ukulele, and which again, you're surprised because you when you were a lad and you worked on the broom farm, you actually grew brooms.
Yep.
The special flying brooms that the many kingdoms like to use actually have to be grown. They aren't actually carved. They are planted like vegetables. And harvest.
Yeah, my father was one of the he was a very proud broom farmer, if I recall correctly. He was a very proud broom farmer and was kind of, I don't want to say, he wasn't so much, can't tell if he was heartbroken because he was angry or angry because he was heartbroken that I did not seem to take an interest in the family farm. Now, granted, I had other brothers and sisters who did, but clearly Horkhauser was a black sheep and just not interested in broom farming.
That's why you went away to school while everybody else stayed home and took care of the farm. You weren't really interested in becoming a druid that much. You did so much as it seemed like you wanted to get away from the farm, right?
Yeah, get away from the broom farm.
In fact, you got as you sit there and you watch this performance and you order a drink and get some sausages. You reminisce about how it all came to this, how you became the indentured servant of one loveless Panthopolis, and was basically became a reverse burglar, somebody who puts stuff back in dangerous places instead of stealing them.
Yeah, I'm a much different man today than I was in that innocent youth who was first kidnapped off of the campus of his druid school and taken to Lovelace's office.
Yeah, and it's all because you didn't open your mail.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
For months, your parents had been both deceased, and the farm had been sold to your uncle, who then mismanaged it. And they were your brothers and sisters were sending you letters letting you know that this all happened, but you let the letters pile up.
It sort of piled up into like a compost heap on my mail. I couldn't, be, it's just a lot of mail you get there and like, you're not sure what's important and what isn't. And you open some things and 90% of it is just like Ace Hardware coupons, and things
or that little copper coin that is just going to, they send you a copper coin, right? Because they want you to join Bird Society or something.
And they're like, hey, we'll pay for your postage, with this copper coin. I'm like, well, if this is what you're going to do with my donation is just send coins out, F you, I don't want to, you were clearly squandering any donation I would, so I don't even open those because then I have the whole argument in my head, about that. And I don't, look, Horkhauser was young. I was young. It's in school that's, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to smoke. And, he never really got around to the mail.
Yeah. At one point during the performance, there's an audience participation. The two Mydalfons invite anybody who can play the broom ukulele up on stage.
Oh man. Okay. I'm going to have to roll a saving throw to see if he can, and I'm rolling it at disadvantage to see if he can control himself and not.
Okay. What are you rolling it against?
I don't know.
Wisdom. Wisdom. Okay.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
And I've got a high wisdom too.
All right, I'm going to set it at 15.
Okay. Ooh, 6 + 7 is 13. Oh, he's going up there.
Yeah.
He's had too much to drink.
You find yourself on your feet before you know it. You're being pulled forward, and they hand you the instrument. It's basically a big broom. It's a standard, 6-string broom with 4-string broom. Right. 6. It would be 6 strings. Yeah. This is a baritone. This is a 6-string broom. It's got the thatch at the base, and this is a sturdy instrument. It's not so bad.
Yeah. Baritones are generally sturdy. It's the upright push brooms that are really really anchor a thing down. Yeah. Anchor the
any tune do you sing at all, or do you just play?
I think how drunk am I? I think I've only had one drink, right?
One drink, so you're not totally drunk. Let's roll and see how many drinks you've had. I'm gonna roll a 1d
4 8 20?
I'm going to roll 1d8 and see how many drinks you had.
Oh, man.
You've had 6 drinks.
Oh, yeah, no, he's going to sing. We're going to sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. What's he going to sing?
Punch the daisy in the face was a popular one.
Yeah, all right, here we go. You start singing.
Yeah.
Punch the daisy in the face. If you want to save the human race, you'll punch that daisy in the face. Don't let it run away from you. Don't let it go to a different place. Just punch the daisy in the face. And it goes on in a similar vein.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of got an Irish ditty going to it.
Well, it's a broom ukulele. It's gonna, he's got a little, he's not a good singer.
Yeah. You can tell by the reaction to the audience. They're humoring you. There's nothing really going wrong there.
So come on, everybody, sing with, join in after me. Punch the daisy in the face. Okay, next verse.
This goes on for a while, and you have a pretty good time. And then after a time, you decide to go get a room to stay in. And you get a nice room. It's going to cost about 50 silver, so it's a very nice room.
All right.
But you're treating yourself. You just went through an ordeal.
I got 258 gold pieces. Man.
Tomorrow morning, you got to get back on the boat or get in the teleporter and head back to your boss. And who knows how that's going to go. Now, the room that they give you is reachable from the outside of the building, so you got to go out and up some stairs that course around the back of the building.
Classy joint.
Yeah, it's just the way Middelfond stuff is built.
All right, fair enough.
You go outside.
The bathroom's not like in a different building, is it?
No, you actually have a bathroom on your floor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, sweet.
With a toilet.
I'm spending the big bucks.
Yeah.
On
the same floor.
Yeah.
So
I bet the toilet's got one of them paper seals over it, paper bands over it too. Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, and it's a Middelfond toilet too, so it looks like a throne.
They don't do anything halfway when it comes.
Not when it comes to sitting.
Nope. They know chairs. Those are people who know chairs.
Yeah. So you go outside and you're about to climb. You go around to the back of the building. You're about to climb the stairs. When you hear, "Oi! Oi!"
I turn. I go, "Why?"
You see 3 humans dressed in kind of like crappy adventure gear. Like they tried to look cool. They're each a different height. One is like 6 foot. The other one's like 5'5", and the other one's like 5 foot. So they're like about 5 inches between the 3 of them. Three humans, total thug looking dudes, butch cuts. And the one in the middle is even standing there going like that. And
wait.
The one in the middle goes, "Hey, are you Horkhauser? That you?"
And I say, "I don't know. Who are you?"
"We're the Snodgrass Brothers. I'm Flip." "I'm Flip." And he nods for himself for some reason. "This is Clip. Clip's all." and this is Thomas Fillmore. Yeah. How you doing?
You're the black sheep of the family. I can tell.
I know math.
Yeah.
Anyways,
go ahead.
You're gonna come with us, or we're gonna kick your ass.
Can I come with you tomorrow? I've got a great room, and I would love to spend the night. So maybe we could just meet back here around 8:30, 9-ish. There's a free breakfast. I'll get you a couple of waffles, and we'll just reconvene. How about that?
They look at each other for a second. They're like, "No, the boss says you gotta meet her tonight."
Yeah, I don't think so. Who's your boss?
None of your business.
Well, then I'm definitely not going. I'm not going to see somebody I don't even know. She can't even tell me your name, what it's about. Why would I go? Come on. You got to give me something to work with here.
Thomas Fillmore says, "He's making a good point now." I said, "Shut up, Thomas."
You should listen to Thomas.
Yeah. So roll initiative.
Oh, for crying out loud. All right. Well, I've got my little special initiative feat, so I get a +8.
They don't seem to be armed at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I only rolled a 14.
Okay.
So good, but not great.
We got a 9 and a 5 and a 12.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a 14.
Oh, okay. So you go first.
I go first.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing. Right. When somebody rolls initiative, they roll initiative, but I didn't start the fight.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn and run.
Where do you run to?
I'm gonna run to my room.
Okay. All right. So
They chase me.
Yeah, they're chasing you. Yeah, they're just
okay.
They're just
All right. So he's running down the hall going, security! Security!
No one seems to be responding at this point.
God damn it, this is supposed to be a nice hotel.
You're on the 3rd floor of this 6-story building. And they're just tromping up the way behind you. Make a let's see, let's make this exciting. Make a dexterity. See if you can round this without tripping.
All right. I'll get a +3. Oh, I got a natural 19 +3 is 22.
Oh, dang. So you get up there pretty fast.
Skid on one foot.
First brother's good. Second brother's good. Thomas Fillmore falls straight down the stairs.
Oh, no. Oh, I liked him.
And then they stop and they see Thomas go down. This isn't over, Horkhauser.
I think it is.
And they go down to assist their brother.
Okay. All right. I'm going to run to the room.
Yeah.
I'm going to bolt the door.
Yeah.
And go, whew. Well, I'm just going to go to bed. I'll talk to them tomorrow.
Yeah. A couple times during the night, you hear someone knock on the door. But since I imagine you don't feel like answering.
Oh, no, screw that.
Every once in a while you hear Flip go, open the door.
No. No.
The door.
No. I'm not going to open the door. I'm not doing
This happens at least 3 times during the night.
And I just, they sort of roll up and I sort of like look around at, and he rolls back over a bit. I put a pillow on top of my head so I don't have to hear it.
Yeah.
Nice sheets in this bed, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, it's a great place. It's colors of burgundy and forest green.
Was there a mint on the pillow?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Really good stuff. And again, all of the chairs are choice.
Yeah,
like the best sofa, the beautiful chaise lounge.
God damn.
Right by the window with a big bay window so you can look out and read a book.
You know what this world needs? Not the world of the Mitophons. I mean our world, yours and my world.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Great British Baking Show, and then you've seen the show about the Great Pottery Throwdown, which is all the potters made by the same producers.
The Pottery Throwdown. I've seen the Great.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max. You got to see the Great Pottery Throwdown. Okay, right? Super nerdy, making fun. We need the Great Chair thing, right?
Sure, there's some good chairs out there.
Yeah, we need a bunch of chair makers, like 8 to 10 of them, competing to win the title of Chairmaster.
Sure.
Of the thing, and I bet even then it wouldn't be as good as these Mitophons.
Would you get
chairs.
what would you get as a prize? Is it like one of those bullshit prizes? You're like, you get points, or do you get like a chair hat?
Well, if I'm doing the show, you definitely get a chair hat.
Yeah.
You get a chair hat and a hat chair.
Sure. Yeah, you get a chair to sit on. Like you get to take a chair home.
Yeah, you do. You get to take a chair home.
But you have to have some symbol of your accomplishment.
Yeah, either a chair hat or maybe a pair of chair pants.
That'd be great. Now, does the chair pants have a pattern of chairs on it, or is it actually a like pants like you go to you bend your knees and just legs flip out of your ass?
I think the latter. I think that, and I think that it's got a pattern of legs painted on your front legs like that. I'm looking forward to touch my legs as I'm saying this. Why I don't need to do this? I don't know why I'm doing this.
Why are we? Why are we even doing this?
Let's pitch this show. Let's pitch this show to a company called the Great Chair something.
What's that show where you get entrepreneurs to give you money?
Shark Tank.
Okay, let's go on Shark Tank.
And pitch
we're gonna pitch ass chairs or pants chairs.
Okay. Can we do the show too? Because I think the show sounds like fun. The ass chairs I'm not wearing.
Sure.
Okay. Good. All right. So anyway, nice chairs in this room.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you were woken the next day by just being alive. And
what a nice change.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you gotta, it's the morning, so you gotta make sure you empty the body fluids. And you go over to the door, and before you open it, you hear snoring on the other side.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna slow. Does the door open inward or outward? Inward, right?
Inward, yes.
I'm gonna very slowly just creak the door open, trying not to disturb who's ever sleeping there.
The 3 Snodgrass brothers are asleep on the ground outside on the landing, which is open to the air. They look like they were freezing during the night. They're all curled up into one big pile, and they've all fallen asleep.
Oh no, I feel kind of bad. I should have just thrown a blanket over them. I should have given them a blanket or something. Well, that's their own fault. They made the choice. All right, I'm going to tiptoe past them to the bathroom.
Sure. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, they don't detect you going by at all. You guys are asleep. You're tired. You're tuckered out.
All right. Go to the bathroom. Do my business. Maybe perhaps wash in the wash basin.
Sure. Yeah, it's all there for you.
Okay, good. Anything
you're a primo guest.
Yeah, right. This is first class. Get myself ready. All right, I'm gonna go back to the room. Are they still asleep on the?
Yeah, they're still asleep. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tiptoe over them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back in the room, get dressed, get my put my weapon on. Get my bag of holding with all my possessions. Do they have a little coffee machine in here? Is there a little coffee
Yeah, there you go. These guys are totally
magical.
Coffee.
Yeah,
it's your standard kettle. There's an espresso coffee maker too. A little one you put on the stove.
Yeah,
you have a little stove in there.
God, this place is great.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Oh wow, classy.
And, it comes with free coleslaw too.
God,
little plate of coleslaw.
Yeah,
right there. You had the mint on the pillow. And then over on the dresser, there was a little plate of coleslaw.
Yeah, suck on that, Motel 6. Come on. Yeah. You're
coleslaws.
Fucking amateurs.
Plural.
Yes, more than one. All right. Well, gonna have my coffee. I'm just gonna open the door with coffee cup in hand, and I say, "Guys, come on. Are you ready?"
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Hold on. They're just like, they're getting up there, they're creaking their backs. Like,
I told you this morning.
Okay, roll initiative.
All right. Oh, I rolled a natural 20 this time.
Okay. 12. 16. And 4. So basically the same kind of rolls as last time. So you go first. What do you want to do?
The funny thing is, so I know I'm torn.
Yeah.
Because part of me is like, I really want to right now, because I'm a druid, transform into a giant spider and just swing off into the trees like Spider-Man would.
Sure.
Just to be a dick.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I need to go with these guys to, and this is a little meta, to move the story along. And, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it might be.
What?
Yeah, I know. So I go first and I say, all right, guys, let's go see your boss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's do it. I said this morning. Come on. You guys eat?
Oh, okay. And then the middle brother, the one who's still trying to keep up the machismo. He's like, okay. And he pulls out a sack. He's all, get in the sack.
No, I'm not getting in the sack.
We have to take you in a sack.
You don't have to take me in a sack.
We always take everybody in a sack.
Well, can we just pretend you took me in a sack? I'll tell your boss I was in a sack. All right, let's just go. I don't want to go in a sack.
Thomas Fielder goes, he makes a really good point. We don't really have to. Shut up, Thomas.
It's going to be way easier on you. Do you have back problems? I bet you have back. You look like a man who might, you're still getting old. You might have back problems. You don't want to carry a whole person on a sack over your back. Come on. Let's just go. Let's just go.
Flip goes, enough of your flip-flop of your mouth lips. And then he makes a lunge for you, and he's going to try to make a grapple.
Okay. All right.
And he rolled a...
Do I have to roll a counter roll?
Yes.
Using what?
It would be against your dexterity.
Aha! Ho-ho!
He's got 15.
Well, yeah, he beat me. I got 12.
Okay. So he's grappled you.
Oh man, now what?
And then the other brother is trying to get the sack over your head.
God.
Well, Thomas isn't really doing anything. He's just like, guy, he said he would just go. You don't need to put him in the sack. Shut up, Thomas.
I'm like, Thomas, help me out here. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
It's now your turn.
All right. I'm going to transform into a giant spider.
Okay. Yeah, that will get you out of the grapple.
Yeah. So I transform into a giant spider.
Yeah. They are freaked out.
All right. And now I'm gonna that's a whole action.
A spider ate him.
That's a whole action transforming.
Yeah, that's your whole action.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I talk as a spider, or I can only say spider things?
You can, because remember, usually a druid can't talk. Now, but you, because of your magic sword, did a thing to you in the last episode. You now, whenever you transform, you still have Horkhauser-like features. You still have your clothes. You still have your weapons.
That's right.
You have Horkhauser-like features and can talk.
So
whatever animal you change into.
I am a giant spider with Horkhauser's face on it, basically.
It doesn't have to be the face, but
it's got a beard.
It's got a beard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The spider has a beard. You can talk, and the spider, like your clothes, have now like fitted around. Like instead of your pants going around 2 legs, it now goes around 8.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and you still
cool.
have your sword on your side and everything.
Well, you know what? Well, you know, come on, guys.
I think he is the spider. I don't think it ate him.
It's me. I'm not getting in the sack. Let's just go.
Yeah. They seem to be still intent on getting you in the sack, although they're kind of freaked out about the spider.
They're intent.
So they're not grappling you anymore.
Wait a minute. They're intent on getting me in the sack.
But Clip still, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Choice spider meat here.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it is one sexy spider. I just gotta say. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
So Clip still has the bag and his stack, and he's trying to figure out how to maneuver around. And he's gonna lunge to try and get the spider into the sack. So this is gonna be against your dexterity.
The spider can't fit in the sack.
It's a big spider right now.
Okay. Well,
he only rolled a 9 plus 2, so he's got 11.
Do I get my dex bonus when I'm a spider? I guess I don't, right?
You get whatever the spider's bonus is.
Well, it just so happens I have the same dexterity as a giant spider.
Oh, very nice.
Well, la-di-da. Do-do-do. Skiddly-diddly-boo-boo-boo.
Well, let's roll that bag.
All right. Ooh, natural 20. Ooh, little spider soft shoe. Just step it out the way.
Yeah, you just did some Spider-Man bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Just whip, 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 whip. Yeah. And when Miles Morales and Peter Parker all rolled into one.
Oh, my gosh.
You heard me.
Yeah, there was like little graphic designs that float around you, just like in the Spider-Man movie.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I say again, guys, come on, let's just go.
And Flip's like, I'm telling you, the spider ate him. It's talking. He's talking from inside the spider.
It's me. I'm a druid. I can change form. You know what a druid is? Come on.
They're just standing there now. They don't really know what to do. They're just.
Which way is your boss?
You're like, okay, come with us.
Okay.
And they go down the stairs.
All right. I'm gonna follow them down the stairs. I know I'm a giant spider, but I'm gonna get there until we get about to, the bottom. Then I'll just transform back into me. I don't want to be a giant spider walking through the streets.
Yeah, people might freak out about that.
Yeah, people might freak out about that.
Yeah.
So.
They're like, oh, they're a little freaked out when you transform back, but they haven't. They're not making any attempts to stuff you in the sack anymore. Although, Clip still has it like at the ready.
It's like, hey, I will get the sack. Hey, none of that.
Yeah.
No sack.
Yeah. He just sort of frowns at you over his potato cauliflower nose.
Yeah. Keep your sack in your pants, pal.
Yeah. He has a potato cauliflower nose. I don't know what that looks like, but he's definitely been punched. Yeah. He's definitely been punched before.
I hope he's been punched and potato cauliflower. His nose has been punched, and I hope he's a chronic like gin drinker, and so it's
right cheeks.
Yeah, and like the nose is just like optic red, optic purple, like W.C. Fields. Yeah, gin blossoms all over it. Yeah.
The brothers are pretty much all the same. Just these square-headed, crop top bullies.
Mm-hmm.
Except Clip has been punched the most. Definitely, he's the middle-sized brother.
Well, he earned his bad attitude.
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually take you downstairs, back into the restaurant, which is serving breakfast.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, it's guys. They have a waffle bar.
They're like, what?
Waffle bar.
Thomas just vanishes over to the waffle bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, waffle. You can use my room. Come on, let's do
it. The boss is over here, and then
okay.
they guide you over to a corner booth.
Okay.
That you saw last night was there, but you didn't see that the curtains were in front of the booth because you didn't see who the occupant of the booth because there was curtains drawn.
Right.
And when the curtains open, you are shocked to see your old love, Melanie, sitting there, all decked out in fancy attire. And she says,
Melanie?
She says, hey there, how you doing, Harnius?
Not great, but I'm better now.
And she stands up and she gives you a big hug. She says, were the boys mean to you? I'm sorry. They just don't listen to me. Put away the sack. I told you he doesn't need the sack. I just asked you to bring him to me.
Oh, wow. So to fill in the people at home, I mean, Melanie was when Horkhauser was in year 8 at his, at Druid school of his 2-year Druid program. He fell in love with a maid at a milk bar named Melanie, and they used to go out and he would sing her songs on the broom ukulele, look out into the stars. And then when Horkhauser was hijacked to go work for Loveless, it was just kidnapped. He never got a chance to say goodbye or anything.
Yeah, that's like it's been years since you last heard from her. You haven't gotten. There's been no messages or anything. You have no idea what happened to her. But she's not dressed as a milkmaid anymore. She's dressed as a fancy lady now. She's wearing a burgundy and yellow gilded fancy lady dress and a hat and gloves.
Wow.
And she definitely has the most expensive table here at Coleslaw's.
Wow.
She has 2 plates of coleslaw on her table.
Whoa.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, Horkhauser just was
She says,
I was kidnapped.
She says, I know. Just have a seat.
I have a seat. So
you boys. She turns her to the fuck off. And they do.
So you heard the lady.
Oh, Siri just asked me what I wanted after I said fuck off.
Oh, no, Siri. Hey, Siri.
Not this time. We don't have that kind of relationship, Siri.
Okay.
So, do you sit with Melanie?
Of course I do. I sit.
She used your first name. Harnius. Is that how you pronounce it? Harnius?
Yes. Yeah. It's Harnius.
Harnius Howard Horkhauser.
Yes.
Yeah.
HHH. No, Harnius Howard Horkhauser. That was his given name, and honestly, no one's called him anything but Horkhauser for years. He almost forgot he had a first and middle name.
Yeah.
And I said, "Why?" He says, "Wow, you look great. I don't even know what to say. It's been so long."
She says, thank you. She says, I've got a business now. I'm no longer just a milkmaid working at a milk bar. I own a milk factory, production. I'm all into production now.
So a milk factory, is that a dairy?
Yeah, I would say it's a dairy, but it's more than a dairy. It's a factory.
Are there cows involved?
There's one cow, a very special cow, and that's why it's crazy. I sat here last night, and was having dinner with going over some paperwork with some problems that I've been having with the dairy, and then I suddenly look up, and there you are on stage, singing song.
Yeah, punching the daisies, you know.
Punching the daisies.
Yeah,
It's just how
I had a little bit too much to drink, I guess.
So what happened after you were kidnapped? I mean, I knew that you were kidnapped, but I couldn't do anything about it at the time.
Yeah, I became. I got to be honest. It's not a great story. I've been an indentured servant to a really irritating guy, and my job now is I'm a reverse burglar.
Oh, well, that's an interesting occupation.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought I had a future in either broom ukulele playing or in druid studies, and that little noise was my phone. Sorry, people. And I return artifacts that have been stolen back to their rightful place. And as I'm describing it, it actually sounds way cooler. So
it does sound cool. It sounds adventurous.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't like that at all when I knew before. You were kind of lazy and kind of you were stoned all the time, and
not all the time.
Didn't really seem to care about anything. In fact, I've sent you a couple letters, but you never responded to them. So I just didn't care about me anymore.
I didn't get them. I would have.
Well, I did send them to the farm. I thought they would be forwarded to you.
The farm was. I was not. The farm was sold. It's just it. Yeah. I never. Yeah. So hey, about you and your farm and your cow and your dairy factory.
This is why. I mean, I would have talked to you anyways. I mean, seeing you up there on stage, we definitely want to reminisce. We need to get back together and old times and all that. But this is even better.
Okay.
Hearing you talk about your job, and I have to admit, I did know a little bit about what you do, and you see that there's like a manila folder on the table,
a dossier
labeled Horkhauser that somebody has retrieved for her, and it looks like there's she's already been researching what you've been up to.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I've got a little problem that maybe you can help me with. It's not reverse burglaring, but it is getting back something that's mine.
Anything you need. I feel like I owe you for being kidnapped.
Sure, yeah. That's funny. You're always a funny guy. But what I need from you, Horkhauser, is I got to get my cow back.
Who took your cow?
She took herself.
What?
Betty. See, my business centers around one cow producing a megaton of milk, and it's the best milk you can get anywhere. And if I don't get this cow back, I lose everything. And I would send someone else to go get her, but I don't know anybody who has the skill set. She pats the folder. Has the skill set that you have. I mean, what you did in that maze, it's already people are already talking about it. There was actually an article right here in this magazine. She reaches in the folder, and there's this Meidelfon magazine called Dungeon Today, and it actually talks about, because now the other Meidelfons came up off the ship the other day, and they were already talking about what you did and rescued them and everything.
Yeah, well, Horkhauser goes, I don't like to brag about what.
I know you do. Anyways, so I have to explain about Betty. Betty isn't just any cow. She's a Colossus cow.
Wait, a Colossus cow?
A Colossus cow. Now roll to see if you know what a Colossus cow is.
I know what I don't know what a Colossus cow is. We'll find out.
Yeah, different than a colonoscopy.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
so
you have no idea. She's
no.
Like, you don't know what a Colossus cow is, do you? But anyway, I will tell you now. Here is our exposition. A Colossus cow is a 200-foot tall cow. Now, the thing about a Colossus cow is that they do two things. They produce a megaton of milk constantly, and they teleport from one area to the next. And grays, there's these special, there are these magical areas in throughout the world that are they're stupenda grass fields. Now, stupenda grass fields are magical fields on select hillsides where the magic has gone so crazy that the grass is as tall as buildings. And unfortunately, a lot of the wildlife is too. But
I see.
Colossus cows, they originate in these stupenda grass fields, and they teleport from after they've cleared one out, chewed it all up. They teleport to another one, and they just seem to know where they're going. Well, I built my factory. That's why I call it a factory on the back of Betty, because they're very docile creatures. And I had my office there, and I had staff and employees, and we produced a lot of milk, and I could always direct where Betty was going to teleport next. Had a little device up there in my office, like a little control center, and I just say, hey, let's go here, and we would avoid the sketchier fields. Well, something's happened. I went off on a little trip.
Okay.
And we lost communication with the office and with the employees there. And all we know is that Betty has teleported into probably the worst place she probably could. She's teleported into an outgrabe magical stupenda grass field. Now, as you know, two forms of magic in this world. Mimsy is magic of the world, and outgrabe is magic from otherworldly sources that do terrible things to the land. So I don't know what's in that field, but we've had no communication from Betty at all, or any of the staff, and I'm worried because if I don't get Betty back, I've lost everything. And so I'm asking you because one thing, I miss you. I mean, we had great times, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Horkhauser's trying not to he's trying not to jump out of his own skin. He's so like floored by everything he's just heard. But yes, okay.
And the other thing is, do you remember that locket I gave you? And you have a half moon locket that she gave you.
Yeah.
Her half of the locket is the rest of the moon, and yours is the half is the half moon.
Yeah.
Both sides have a face. When you put them together, they make a face.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
That's the most adorable thing I've heard in a long time. But I mean, me, not Horkhauser. But anyways, yes, go on.
And you take out the locket, you still actually have it on you. I don't know if you're wearing it or if you have it in your pocket, but you do have it on you. Which is, oh, there it is. See, the locket it's not just a platinum locket. It's magical. I always meant to use it to track you down someday and say hi, but I just never got around to it. But I could have always used it to find out where you are. Anyways, you can do the same thing with that locket. You just she shows you. You just push your finger around the face of the locket, and it points you in the direction of where the other locket is. And she does. She points it, and it lights up towards the north. And then if you hold down on it, you can send a brief message. And she holds down on it, but it fizzles. There's nobody on the other side answering. She says, my locket is in the office because that's what I use as my lock for for my teleportation controls on Betty. There's two devices. One is the lock that unlocks the teleporter control.
Okay.
And the other one is a little punch card, and she hands you a punch card. Says that you put these punch cards in the teleporter director, and Betty will teleport to where I want her to teleport, and not to wherever she goes.
Right.
And this time she just went wherever, and we don't know why. But if you can get there with your locket. I don't know if my locket is still there. It's not answering, so I'm assuming that something has happened to it. So if you can get there with your locket, insert it in the key, and turn it, it will give you access to the punch card, and you can teleport Betty back to where she's supposed to be.
I'll do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was even going to offer you money.
Well, I'll take the money, but no, I won't take them. I can't take your money, but I'll do it if I
sure
fight.
You don't take the money? I was going to pay off your indentured servitude to level.
We'll discuss the money when I get back.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly take your money, but my boss could, and then let me go. So this is what we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when I get back.
All right.
It'll be great. Yes. No, but I'm in. Let's go. I'm going.
Oh, that's lovely. That's wonderful. I'm so excited. Now,
so am
I don't know what kind of dangers exist in that particular land. Once you get there, Betty won't be hard to spot, I would imagine. She's a 200-foot tall cow with a factory on her back and giant cables that course along the side of her on a saddle and into her udders.
Okay.
So you'll definitely be able to see her, especially since she's got lights on her factory too. So it should.
Unless there's more than one cow with a factory on her back, I should be able to spot her.
Right. And but the problem is, like I said, we don't usually when we're in the factory, we're in the dairy on her back. We're not down on the ground in the field. And the field, there's lots of things in those fields. They're giant spiders, giant grasshoppers.
Okay.
It's like being a tiny person in a field, basically.
Okay. I can handle that.
You will face that. But again, this is outgrade magic, so I don't know what basically the way she's describing it, it sounds like you're going to Mordor.
Oh wow.
But grassy.
Cow Mordor. Pasture Mordor. Grassy Mordor.
It sounds like the cow has wandered into Mordor. But it's got tall grass.
Oh.
So yeah, it sounds bad.
Horkhauser is a little less excited to go do this, but doesn't say so. Just says, "Well, let's get going. Where do I start? How do I just start walking?"
No, it would take you a month to get there if you went by ship. I have a Middelfond friend named Clipper, and Clipper, yeah. She's developing this new form of transportation. It's kind of like the teleportation troll network, but it's called the Pixie Catapult. And so far, everybody who's used it has arrived almost always where they're supposed to.
Almost always.
Yes.
Have there been any accidents that you know?
A few, but everybody survived. There's been some hospitalizations, but yeah, it sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. I tested it on one of the boys. I tested it on Clip. His face is almost better.
That's almost better.
You look over at Clip, and Clip has got a drink. He's like, and it's just like pouring out his nose. Like he drinks it. It's like for some reason it's coming out his nose after he drinks it. He's like, oh.
All right. Well, this sounds. Let's do this.
All right.
I'm in. I've got. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'll just settle up my bill at the hotel. I've got everything I need with me.
I'll take care of the hotel, honey.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You always were a sweetheart.
Yeah. And she gives you an address. She writes down on a piece of paper. She has you an address to this Middelfond named Clipper Clodstone.
Okay.
And it's not far. It's like a couple bridges over.
All right.
Here.
Let's go. I said, and you'll be here when I get back. You're not going to disappear.
Oh no, I've got nowhere to go until I get my dairy back. I'm setting up office here. This is my office right now.
That's fair.
I've got orders backing up.
Yeah.
The warehouse, where we store a lot of this is depleting. So we got to make new products soon.
Well, you can't keep the milk from the people.
You got to keep the milk flowing.
The milk must flow, as
otherwise
Frank Herbert once said.
I mean, there's a whole cereal industry waiting, just built around me.
Yeah, dry cereal is the mind killer.
It is. It is. Have you ever tried Captain Crunch? Without milk? It's like glass. It's like glass.
It's like eating a volcanic. It's like eating a dormant volcano. Yeah. It just scrapes you up. Yeah, it's like having someone went and exfoliated the roof of your mouth. It's like it's no good. Yeah, I hear you, and I want you to know. He says, looking into the, I'm here for you.
Thank you, and
Horkhauser knows what to say. He really does.
That touches my heart. I mean, again, I'm sorry I took so long to get back with you. I meant to, but it's just the business took off. And I didn't know if you were alive, and I was afraid to check. Because what if you weren't?
Then I would have been dead.
Yeah. But you are. You're alive.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Horkhauser, he gazes into her eyes for a while, and then he squeezes her hand like one would do, and he says, Let's do this. I'll be back. Right. And I guess he doesn't say let's do this. Maybe he does, because he really isn't that poetic. He was never really much of a poet. He was kind of, he's Horkhauser, for crying out loud. So he's a simple man who thinks he's complex. So
Horkhauser words.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, off he goes. We go out. He's got his stuff. He goes out, and I say to the guys who walks out, enjoy the waffles, and he keeps going. And actually, no, he'll stop at the waffle bar just to take a couple waffles for the road. Because they look good.
Thomas Fillmore has really filled up.
Oh, good. Thomas. I like Thomas. He looks hungry.
He's got it together.
Yeah, we keep going, go walking, go straight to the address, go out in the street, and hail a cab. Are there cabs?
They have like pedicabs here. They got like they're basically the little two-wheelie cabby thing, and they're pulled by a little robot chicken, steam chicken thing.
Well, obviously, right. I get in the pedicab. I say, give the address, and says, "Chicken away."
Yeah, and there's a driver on the chicken who looks at it and goes, "All right." He just rides the chicken off down the street.
Okay.
So you get to the address. It's a couple bridges over. It takes a little while to get there, but it's in a more of a residential area, and you see this Meidelfon house stacked up at the end of one of the intersections of two massive tree branches. It's just sort of stuffed in the middle. And there's a platform at the top, which looks like a telescope. And something else that looks like a trebuchet next to the telescope.
Okay.
And there's a nice gate, a little lawn, which you don't usually see for a lot of these houses. There's got a lawn out front, little lawn gnomes, stuffed in there, and there's the door.
Oh, I knock on the door.
Okay, you hear a lot of crashing, like instantly crashing. Pots, pans, machinery, and then you hear just a minute, and then there's silence, and then you hear the sound of just parts being scooped by the handful away from the door, and then the door opens up, and like junk sort of flows out a little bit, and you see this sort of badger-looking Meidelfon. Very short, about 2 feet tall, staring up at you. Right.
Hello?
Oh, hi. Yes. Hi.
You're expecting me? I'm Horkhauser. I've been sent by I've suddenly and out of universe, Rikki, I've suddenly forgotten this woman's last name because I wrote this biography a very long time ago.
Oh, I only have Melanie written down, so we can call her name right now.
Oh.
Melanie.
Yes.
Miss Melanie. Yeah.
Yes. Miss Melanie.
He says, well, I knew you were coming, but I wasn't expecting you. Anyways, come on in.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, fine, I'll come in.
It's just, you see, this is this person is like if Watu just let himself go with just junk everywhere. It's in that stage, it's a hoarder house, but it's all
Jedi. Hey, what do you know?
Parts. It's all parts. It's the kind of stuff that Watu would sell if Watu didn't have a little boy to organize everything.
Was it Watu or Watto? I thought it was Watto.
Maybe it's Watto. Yeah.
Yeah, and shame on you for making me dredge up trivia about the prequel trilogy. You're welcome. Come on. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Oh God. Yeah.
He
fucking Phantom Menace. I buried that. I locked that very far away in my head. But okay.
He just says, so do you have the coordinates? And you look at the paper that she gave you, and there are coordinates written down. He says, all right, come on up.
All right.
He leads you like you're sort of tripping over stuff, gears and pipes and wires, all sorts of things. And you get up to that platform on the roof, and you see up there everything is immaculate. The telescope is beautiful and shiny, and looks like he just takes care of it like you wouldn't believe. And then beside that, actually built around the telescope is that trebuchet. So they seem to be one unit.
Okay.
And so he looks at the coordinates, and he gets on this little chair that's attached to the back of the trebuchet and telescope, and he starts to pull some levers, and the whole thing just sort of and aims in one direction. And then he looks at it again. He's like, oh no! And then he turns and aims it exactly at the
I have great faith in this person.
And he looks at it again. And he goes, oh! And then he goes back the other way again. It's good. Yeah. Anyways,
okay.
He stops. He goes downstairs for a second. Comes back with a bag of popcorn and hands it to you. Says, in-flight meal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And he goes over to the trebuchet, and there's literally a seat and a catapult.
I thought there were fairies involved.
Oh yeah, those are coming. And there's this seat. There's a seat belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes downstairs again. He comes back up, and he has this jar, and he screws it in place in front of the seat, so it's like it's one contraption now. And then he unscrews the jar, and all of these pixies flow out. Purple glowing, green glowing, blue glowing pixies, and they just say, "What is your bidding?" to the Mitophon. Mm-hmm. Take that guy. We're sending him. And he shows them the coordinates, and they go, oh. And then one of them whispers in his ear. He's like, oh. And then he goes back to the chair, and he positions it again. So then he's like, and then he gives you the thumbs up, like, ah.
No.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fairies come over.
This is gonna be great, right?
There's like hundreds of fairies, little pixies, hundreds of pixies, glowing pixies, and they're much smaller than the pixies you're used to.
I'm not gonna end up somewhere like in the side of a mountain, am I?
No, I'd be fine.
Okay.
The force field will protect you, whatever you hit.
Okay. Great. Force field?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see one.
You'll see it.
Oh, right. I guess let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he bids for you to sit in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you do, he fastens the seatbelt around you and hands you the popcorn. Says, "You need to use the bathroom or anything?"
No, I'm good.
All right, got all your stuff?
Yeah.
All right. And then he steps away, and he says, "Get him, girls!" And then the pixies just flow all around you, and they start to form a cocoon, which you can see through, but it's like this energy cocoon.
Okay.
And the fairies are sort of like they've interlocked their arms, and they're all staring outward from this almost perfectly spherical ball that they've made around you.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, you're flying through the air.
Oh gosh!
At tremendous speed.
All right.
And you just you see the canopy shrink below you. You see yourself launch through the sky. You go through clouds.
Mm-hmm.
You go over islands. And the popcorn isn't bad either.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Salted, buttered?
It is salted butter, yeah.
Okay. Good.
Maybe a little bit of kettle corn, actually.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it's not so bad. Yeah.
Oh,
and the next thing you know, you were plowing through the earth.
Ah!
And then the fairies disperse with a giggle, and you're there in this field. You're there in this area where the grass is like 30 feet high, and you're at the bottom of what looks like someone's backyard. You see leaves around you. You've plowed a trench. It's a smoking trench where you've landed, and now you're just alone. It looks like it's about it's a little bit later, so it looks like you've gone more like north west. So time is or northeast. Sorry, you've gone northeast, so the time is darker right now than it was before. You're getting closer to night, and you hear spooky animal sounds. You hear a weird clicking sound.
Okay.
Click. Yeah.
Huh.
But
animal does okay. I'm a druid. Do I recognize the clicking?
Roll for me. Your intelligence.
10.
You have never heard this sound before.
Or if I have, I don't remember it. Well, okay. I take out the locket and I try to figure out what direction it's pointing towards.
Okay. You pick it up and it immediately glows when you point towards the north.
Okay.
And dies when you point it in the other direction.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna start heading north. But first, can I? Is like a blade of grass I can crawl up to try to get a better view?
You could. What you see around you right now, the grass would probably bend over if you tried to climb it. But you do see a root to some sort of vegetable matter, a plant of some kind that, like maybe the start of a bush that has not grown yet.
Okay.
You could probably climb up that.
All right, let's climb up that. See if I can get a decent view.
Yeah. So you do, and when you get to the top, you're just barely able to peek your head over the blades of grass, and it does look like you're in a backyard almost. So there's no houses around, but the grass goes on for in everywhere in every direction. You're in a massive caldera. The mountains are huge on either side, and you could see what looked like every once in a while maybe a locust jump up and down. Other insects, but they're huge. They're all huge.
Okay.
And beyond that, though, you see these in between the grass, which goes everywhere. You see every once in a while, you see these purple lights that look like almost like steam jets or volcanic jets, but it's purple energy flowing out of them, and there's a lot of these going in many different directions. And when you see you notice one of the locusts like jumps, goes through that steam jet, and then immediately warps and turns into something with tentacles and too many eyeballs, and then it does this like, and it collapses.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool at all.
No.
I don't like that.
Give me a perception check.
No. I mean,
right.
Yes. Okay. 18.
Okay. You're looking at this, you're like, holy shit. And then your locket glows in the direction you're looking. And then beyond those purple glows, you can see the shadow of some enormous bovine. Looks like maybe like 5 or 6 miles away. And
the cow.
And you can hear the steps now, as it walks. And then just as you're mesmerized by this, you hear
I think I found my cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that clicking sound has now gotten louder. And when you turn around, you see there's a pretty big spider behind you. Bigger than you are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does it look like it? Does it? Wait a minute. Is this now the cliffhanger? All right. Well, we didn't even have any Gygax facts this time.
Oh, shit, we forgot.
I know.
Gygax ate a giant pizza and became that pizza. Oh,
True.
Wait, no, that's from
wait a minute. Hang on.
I think I'm projecting.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna save our best Gygax facts for next time.
Yeah.
And maybe I should write maybe you can come up with a little Gygax facts jingle, and maybe I'll have that. Maybe.
Yeah.
But let's not count on that because it's entirely possible I won't. So
here come Gygax facts.
You're gonna learn about Gygax facts. You're gonna learn all about his slacks, his tacks, also the kind of cats he lacks. It's Gygax facts. Gygax
I think
facts.
you just did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Gygax facts. Gary Gygax, he really liked Italian hoagies. Gygax facts. Gygax facts. I know, it's not really a fact. Well, hey, everyone, thank you. You've been watching the One Man and listening and experiencing and bringing it through your sensory perceptions, the One Man Murder Maze.
All orifices at once.
At once. Don't take it up your urethra because that's no way to live.
No way at all.
No. So our website is onemanmurdermaze.com. You can check that out. We're on Twitch. If you enjoyed the show, you can tip us. It was at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. And Rikki, do you have anything you want to push at this particular moment in time?
Go to my Twitter, Rikki Simons at twitter.com. Rikki Simons, it's twitter.com/Rikki Simons. That's how it goes. Anyways, all my links to my my voiceover and my books that I create with Tavisha and my music that I make for some reason, and all the stuff I do, including Absinthian Kingdom, the other podcast I do, which is a story that I've written about a man named Fubsy Pot Valiant and his cat Dolly living in a hidden city of Cyrillus in the Antarctic. You can listen to that too. So check it out.
That's awesome. I'm not really pushing anything right now except the book. I mean, it's if you're an Invader Zim fan, the big medium-sized book of Zim scripts. I got another very nice review, so it's going to. And I think if you dig through my Twitter, I have a coupon for 20% off to buy it on BookBaby, because BookBaby pays me right away, and Amazon takes months. Yeah, because Bezos knows he has the world by our Bezors. So there's.
I wish he would let go of my Bezor.
You say that now, but once he ungrips the Bezor, you're gonna just be falling through, tumbling hand over end through an empty void, like with no sign of ever hitting bottom.
Doesn't even give complimentary coleslaw.
Yeah, he's a dick. This has been One Man Murder Maze with Rikki Simons and Eric Trueheart. If you enjoyed the show, hey, please tip your Maze Masters for maze maintenance at paypal.me/onemanmurdermaze. Our audio podcast is available on Apple and Stitcher. Our videos are on twitch.tv/onemanmurdermaze and also on YouTube. Just search for One Man Murder Maze. Our website is guess onemanmurdermaze.com.